Yeah.
Okay, we're recording now. What I've done is I've just switched recording on. So this VC call is being video recorded. So you'll be able to see the quality from the VC recording of that camera, and your camera. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we are saying about this business about natural light. We've got partial blinds on our window. So we haven't got full blinds, but we've got partial blind. But you'll see the impact of blinding the windows. Yeah. All right.
Ready when you are.
Okay, we're recording. Yeah. So we're going.
What are you going to do?
You're going to play it back to us, are you?
Where does that store?
I'll send you the file. Okay. What I'll do is I'll show you.
Ben, where is it stored and who has access to that?
Okay. This is currently set up for Tony's StarLeaf account. So this is using Tony's StarLeaf account. This is going to be currently stored on Tony's StarLeaf account. Okay. So if you guys subscribe to StarLeaf, you'd have your own StarLeaf portal account, and that would be exclusive to you where you stored your recordings. Once the recording is stored, you have the option to download that recording. What we typically do is download the recording, upload it to a Dropbox account, and then send it to the recipient participant.
And a quick one you just jogged my memory on there, Ben, is if we had for example, our firm had a StarLeaf account,
yes.
How many calls concurrently can you make from that StarLeaf account? Because we've used systems in the past where you can, if you start to make another call in another room, it cuts the other one off in another room, and then...
It should never cut anybody off. There is two mechanisms. There's a static mechanism that says if you have an environment and you're allowed 3 concurrent calls, somebody tries to make a 4th concurrent call, then the 4th concurrent call will not be achieved. It should never ever cut you off. Okay. That's a static environment. What's coming through with vendors, and only some vendors are doing this, not all. I can only think of 2. One of them is StarLeaf. They do what's called an elastic license. So your account could be configured to have 3 concurrent calls. If you went to a 4th, it would allow you to do a 4th. If you went to a 5th, it would allow you to do a 5th.
And retrospectively charge you for it?
No, not quite.
Not quite, no. I've already gone this with Tony. What they do is, they do an annual review. And when they do the annual review, they say, last year, you had 3 licenses. We can see from your traffic that your average monthly utilization has a need for 4 or 5 licenses. You need to purchase 2 extra licenses.
Okay.
But if you've only used it 2 or 3 times throughout the year, they won't charge you.
Yeah. They have a fair trade statement, and the fair trade statement says occasionally you went over a couple of times that month, and maybe you went over a couple of times the other month. But the reality is your average is the 3 licenses you've got.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And what is...
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And what is it? Is it a monthly or an annual subscription that you pay?
Annual.
Okay.
Another point I'd like to make, which is relevant, you have the option of doing to call point-to-point calls. So you have a room system in your room. You can make a call to my room system. That is what we call a peer-to-peer call, or a point-to-point call. Okay. This concurrent business doesn't attribute direct connections. So in your organization, if you've got 3 room systems and you have 30 people using the StarLeaf app, if people are making a point-to-point call, you can have unlimited point-to-point calls. So you can have 25 calls if they're all point-to-point, all running at the same time.
And this question is born out of ignorance rather than anything else. Can you point-to-point call from, say, if we're on StarLeaf, can we point-to-point to someone who's on a different conference call, video conference calling system? You just dial straight in. Okay.
Yeah. I've called you on this camera from a life-size product. I've called you from this camera on a StarLeaf product.
Okay.
Okay, now, this business about the point-to-point, you have what we call virtual meeting rooms. We are connected to a virtual meeting room. This business about the concurrent calls is when you are utilizing a virtual meeting room. If you're doing a point-to-point, you're not using the virtual meeting room, therefore you don't come under that license.
Okay.
Yeah, so this system is set up as Horizon Room 1.
Yeah.
And there's an address for that on the internet. And another video system, completely different one, would just dial Horizon Room 1. And that is just point-to-point, and you're not utilising your license for StarLeaf to do that. So, you know, if you're just meeting a client in a different area, you don't have to go to the virtual meeting room. Although the virtual meeting room, if you've got the license, is the easiest way to make the connection, because you literally just, it's set up now on my phone. I just have to tap a button and I'm straight into the conference, rather than having to go through the system and dial it in.
Okay.
That's right, anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got some users that have it's a fire brigade. They've got 20 room systems, one at each fire station. But because of the size of their organisation, they've got about 80 to 100 StarLeaf users. So their traffic is mainly peer-to-peer with the StarLeaf users, and then occasionally they'll have a conference call to one of their stations using the VC system in a meeting room.
We've got, just another random question, we've got extended microphones that come off.
Yes.
Yeah. And the board, can you extend this out?
Yeah, you can get additional mics for
the microphone plugs are underneath this.
Okay.
Yeah.
They might be the same.
You can get Bluetooth ones as well.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you've also got other options. You've got extension micropods for the Yealink phone. If the boardroom was beyond the size of those microphones, you can have what we call an integrated audio option, where you have multiple microphones going to a mixer, and then the mixer has an audio out that goes into the V system.
Okay.
Depending on the size of the room. For the room.
Not much bigger than that.
It's not
that much bigger. No. I tell you what, Ben, can you hold on while we unplug the Yealink conference phone and we'll just test the system using the microphone and TV speaker?
Yeah, because the Yealink has built-in microphones on the front of it, and I'm confident they should be adequate for this size of room.
Yeah, we've tested that. They are.
We're just going to do it, and it's going to take a minute for it to work out what we've done. Okay?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
I'm using a TV speaker,
And you're using a TV microphone? Yeah. Okay. I can hear a difference. I actually suggest you disconnect. I was just.
You there, Ben?
Yeah, I'm just frantically going to the screen. To send a message on the screen to say drop the call and reconnect.
Drop the call and reconnect.
I think it's because you disconnected the microphones in the call. It may be prudent to power cycle the Yealink. That's better.
Get that sort of booming noise from your end.
Hello there. Hi guys. Okay.
Just say, just put it on the one.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be great. Right. But I'll just flag it on the description page of what the problem is.
Just say, select the trace that you already get. Already got it at hand.
Now then, guys. Hello there. Sorry. Have you got me now? You can't hear me. Hello, guys. I'm not getting your audio. Oh, hang on. Hang on. It's coming through now. Okay. Yeah. No, your audio. This has not worked out well. Disconnecting it whilst it was in the call. It definitely hasn't worked out well. Can you reconnect it to the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think with it reconnected to the phone, I think you're going to need to power cycle the VC200. I'm still getting a lot of bad audio from you.
Yeah.
Right.
Ah, okay. It's tidied in, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It wasn't the best thing.
No, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't the best thing to do whilst in the call. Yeah.
No, but I think we proved something anyway, because we could hear you, and really the sound quality was nowhere near as good.
Hi guys.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Gotcha now, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't the best thing to do whilst in the call, in hindsight, yeah.
In hindsight.
Yeah, in hindsight.
Are you still got the mic on the video conferencing? Because we can still hear that booming noise.
You're getting a booming noise, are you?
Yeah, we weren't before.
What about now?
Still there.
And we can hear people in the background talking in your office.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what, I'll come in on the headset microphone. I'll come in from my, from this system.
Coming through your PC.
Yeah.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you at all now.
Can't hear you.
Okay. You got me now? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this, yeah, I have this headset connected to 3 different devices. so I've got a multitude of systems here, and I just switched the headset between them. So this comes back to when you're in an open office. So when you're using the StarLeaf app on a PC, this is one of the reasons why we recommend using a headset. When I was using the life-size system, I was using what we call a boundary microphone. So I'm confident you can still hear my colleagues talking in the background, but I should be clearer to you than they are. Yeah.
You can't hear anything in the background on your headset.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, as I say, when using the StarLeaf app in open offices, it's really best to always use a headset. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, in hindsight, don't disconnect the mic whilst in the call.
I was sensing fate, really. When
Yeah. Okay. Right, but hopefully, what we can take is that you've got options with microphones, and the options with microphones, the camera has built in a number of microphones on the actual camera unit, or you can have a boundary table microphone, and you have the options of adding sub-microphones to the boundary, to the table microphone as well. And then for really large rooms, we use what's called AV audio, where the room would have ceiling microphones, a number of ceiling microphones connected to a mixer that then connects to the VC system. So,
yeah, you won't need any more than that, definitely.
Yeah. For this size of room, I'd call this a medium-sized room. Yeah.
The boardroom's slightly larger, but not much. So it's.
Yeah. So the two additional mics would probably help out in the boardroom. Yeah.
Can we get Bluetooth mics, or have they got to be wired?
Okay. With wireless microphones, we would recommend that they be decked rather than Bluetooth. With Bluetooth, there is a propagation delay on the microphone. With decked microphones, there aren't. What we would recommend for VC, the industry leader in cordless microphones for VC is a company called Revo Labs. And they do a variety of either desktop wireless microphones or lapel microphones. We would recommend decked rather than Bluetooth. Bluetooth, especially Bluetooth 3, dramatically reduces the propagation, but there's a lot of complicated stuff going on in the background, and the decked microphones come out better.
Cool. Okay. I don't think we need them with this system, but it was just a question.
It's always an option, Tony. It's always an option. Yeah.
How clearly have you got me talking like this to you now, Ben, from here?
How clear?
Yeah.
You're fine.
So I think this is probably one of the furthest points anywhere in our conference room.
Yeah. How does the boardroom look? The reason why I ask is behind you is a glass wall. Okay, and opposite you is the glass windows. Exactly, yeah. Opposite you is the glass windows. And what happens is, in the larger room, uniform surfaces, especially glass, create a room echo.
So we've got, it's brick, the boardroom is walls and one side windows.
Okay.
And no glass walls in the boardroom.
Good. Because with yourself sat there, I am getting a degree of room acoustic echo. And I'm conscious of the reason why I'm getting that is because of the glass wall. And this is usually amplified when the room's larger. The pillar between the windows helps reduce acoustic echo. So when the room is very uniform, you hear an echo in the room. I'm hearing a bit of echo. I'm using a headset. Because I'm using a headset, I'm more conscious of it. But your audio is fine, but there is a bit of room echo going on in the room.
Okay. Do you get your voice echoed back, though?
Okay. What you're referring to there, Tony, you see, you're asking really good questions today, Tony. You're asking really good questions today.
Things we're trying to fix.
Yeah, okay. What you're referring to is called, is a result of what we call, there's two types of echo. There's room acoustic echo and there's electronic echo. Electronic echo is because with the technology, the sound travels faster than the light. The systems automatically synchronize the sound with the light. And to do that, they introduce a delay to the return echo. If the other person's VC isn't set up correctly, you'll be in a VC call and you'll hear your own audio back. And that is because the other person isn't using what's called automatic echo cancellation.
All right. It's not really VC calls that we're concerned with. It's actually just voice calls. We had voice conferences previously. This is where we got involved with this, because their voice conferencing system was actually echoing the person that was dialed into it. They could hear their own voice back through the conference.
Yeah. Okay. And on the voice conferencing environment, that should have set what is called automatic echo cancellation, AEC. Which
we found the Yealink to be pretty good. That doesn't do that.
So with the Yealink, especially because of VC, AEC is it's set, it's defined. What we get is we have situations with VC where a customer will have a VC system in a room, and the VC system in a room has had a particular mic arrangement, and the AEC has been on the mic arrangements. They relocate the VC system to another room, and they use standard mics, and then anybody talking to them gets a return on their own audio because they haven't set their AEC correctly. So when you get the return on when the other party gets a return on their own audio, that is because the person they're talking to is not using AEC correctly.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
I think
you covered it all. Thank you.
Okay. All right, guys. All right. All the very best now. Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.